and I wasn't one of the guys on the desk who said that either. But I think that the issue would be people wonder what's going on. Why that kind of a reaction
an insurance
from the Fed?
Well, they would just be
they would say
concerned
it's an
about the
insurance
stability
cut.
of the Fed and their ability to sort of give a clear message. It would terrify people.
All right. Carter here says there are 6 stocks that will make or break the market. Carter, why don't you head over to the class and break it down?
Sure, and it's not so much whether it's 6 or 16. The message is always that the market is top heavy at all times. Really, typically the top 5 to 10 stocks amount to 10, 12, sometimes 15%. But we've gotten very heavy of late, and it's analogous to other periods. First S&P chart, there's so many ways to draw the lines, but what I wanted to focus on is these unfilled gaps. There have been 56 up gaps in the past 2 years, and all but 4 have been filled. And what you can see here is the levels. We're down 2.6% from absolute peak to today's low. The lowest gap comes into play at 27.18. Were we to do that, that would be a total of about an 8% decline. But again, you know, you can draw the lines like this and say that's a head and shoulders bottom. You can also draw the lines like this and say this is a double top. But what we do know is that this is a well-defined trend, and we're at risk, and we are sort of breaking that trend. I do think that we're going to come down and fill more of these gaps. In any event, let's talk about how top-heavy the market is. The top 50 stocks right now are worth more than the bottom 450. So is it an index, or is it a few big names that drive everything? Top 50 more than the bottom 450. Let's drill down a little more. 13 trillion, bottom 250, 12 trillion. There it is. Top 50, bottom 450. Let's drill down a little more. Now, the top 6 stocks, think about that. And I picked 6 because I want to include Berkshire. 290 stocks, exactly the same value. So is it an index? That's what makes beating index so hard. So top 6, 4.2 trillion, bottom 290, 4.3. You see the percentages here. Let's look at a chart of those top 6 stocks. First, the names. It's the who's who. Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, and Warren. Okay, let's look at the chart. It too, like the market, is to some extent the head and shoulders bottom. But it too, like the market, has this circumstance, a rally to a difficult level, and is starting to find difficulty. All we were able to do from the September high, plunge 25, up 36, which leaves you for a gain of 3%. And in that period, bonds have beat the market, cash has beaten the market, corporates, treasuries, the whole thing. So risk adjusted, a disaster. And this goes back, of course, if you want, for 15, 16 months. In any event, now, here is that same basket of those top 6 stocks, and here it is in relation to trend, the 150-day moving average. How far above are we right now? This is how far above we are right now. The bottom panel calculates automatically, and literally every single time we have gotten this far above the 150-day average, we have peaked. It is right at that level yet again. So as this goes, so goes the market. I think you've got a crowding that's not so good. Just to put it in real context, think of those 6 names relative to the S&P. It's all so dependent on these big names. And valuations, we'll discuss that in a bit, back on the desk. Now, this is interesting, and we'll end with this. This is the weight of those in the market. So this is 1999, 2000, it got as high as 20. You can see on average, it lives around, and the markets are always top heavy, whether it's IBM in its era or US Steel or General Motors. But what we're seeing here is we're starting to get back to a level that is typically indicative of when markets peak. That's 07, so forth and so on. None of this is particularly healthy.
Carter, come on over. Back to the desk since you